Here we are again with another progression video. Today's October the 12th, 2025. So as you can see today, it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Temps probably in the upper 60s, maybe low 70s. It feels good out here. Dew points probably still in the maybe low 60s. I'd say even upper 50s there. You can see over there we got our Halloween decorations up. We got a few there. We got our thing right there. And let's see what we got here. But it is a beautiful day. CJ done a lot of the cemetery, so it looks pretty good. You can see that. I thought that was really cool. He's got mice eating that zombie there that's coming out of the ground. I'm not really sure what he was doing with that one. Of course, the wind was a little harder earlier. There's our pumpkins. There's spider web. And there's our other spider web over there. And then there's our other hanging one. Here's our inflatables, which I'll put more out. I gotta work Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm off Wednesday and Thursday. Got that guy. And we got this. You know, he's going trick-or-treating. So I'll put out more hanging stuff, and I got some other stuff to put out. I might have to get some batteries for pajama. Oh, anyways, I figured I'd make a progression video for today because next weekend we're getting early signals for a severe weather event. They're already, chasers and meteorologists and just weather enthusiasts are already discussing starting around, I think, the 17th, 18th, a trough ejection. And I think in prior videos, I'd made videos about the 500, following the 500 millibar troughs, and I showed there was one coming in, I think around the 12th, and then there was another one that was digging deeper around the 18th, and I'm like, well, that's next weekend, and I said, well, we'll have to watch and see how that evolves. And well, here it is. It's, people are seeing the early signals for it. You're, getting a deep digging trough ejection coming up out of the Rockies. Ejects out of the Rockies into the plains, and that'd be the first place that severe weather possibly happens. And it is, it's happening. So you got some meteorologists looking at what they call StormNet AI, which is, what do you call it? Probabilities, some tornado probabilities. And I think them guys probably pay for that, because I have that too, but it usually just says it's unavailable that far out. But showing a tornado probabilities, I think from Chicago down to Texas, and then damaging wind for the Mid-South and the Middle Tennessee. And of course, anything that happens further west moves east. This, I'll have to cut into that. There's one of his balls in it. Covered up. Yeah, it's one of his red wiffle balls. Ha! But there is, boy, there's another one. But two of your balls, CJ. your, I can't remember what they called that one, blitz ball, and the other one is that curve ball. I found, but anyways, that stuff, them ejecting out of the west, it's going to move east, so we'll have to see how that evolves. And we'll see a thing that I said I was going to try, which was staying off of X and Facebook so you won't watch people hype it up. You're right, little bit. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to kick you. I didn't know you was there. All right, go. Come on. Let's go. But anyways, staying off of X and Facebook because people will start hyping it up. That's exactly what they're doing already. They're already starting, you know. So the closer you get to the event, the more people want to hype it up. So we'll have to see how it goes. Bo's staring directly at me there. He's like, are we going in? No. Trying to walk off some of my dinner there. It's good dinner, but whew, I'm stuffed. I was. I mean, I had sausage biscuits this morning and then shrimp Alfredo for lunch. Oh, I was still full from breakfast because I had 2 sausage biscuits with some scrambled eggs, and they were good. Oh, so yeah, that's what we'll have to do. Stay off of X to so when people start hyping it up. So that's what I'll do. So from now, well, I checked it earlier. That's where I started seeing people.
Bo was trying to outrun me.
Yeah.
On my bike.
Right.
He failed.
Well, Clover. Okay.
But
But people are already starting to hype it up. So stay away from X and Facebook for the next week. That way, only follow what the Storm Prediction Center and the National Weather Service says. That will ensure that I don't see any hype for it.
room, right?
Yep. And of course, I'll make a screen recording video of the risk. So.
Whoa. Uh-oh, it came off the tree.
Who did? Keep going. See? Anyways, you can see, I've seen somebody posted on there that some of their leaves were changing.
Imagine if I just done this out of nowhere. Just...
Yeah, you wouldn't put your regurgitation. Brought
I'm gonna run. Right?
Oh, there he goes. I thought he was going down. Ugh. But anyways, I seen a girl on X posting a video on there. She was doing a what do you call it? A weather report, and she was talking about some of her trees already changing colors. I didn't see any of them that was changing colors, but I know here there is none changing colors just yet that I see of. You can see in that forest over there. Yuck. See any trees changing colors, CJ? Where? Where?
Nina, Harvey's is the one right there.
Talking about that one?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it is, ain't it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Why don't sit down?
Okay. Yeah, I guess you can see a little bit of a change in them. But I don't know if that's from dryness or no. It looks like it's. Gotta watch them big birds up there, and they like to come down on them little bitty dogs like Bo and Delilah. Pick them up, try to take them and eat them. Do what?
No hands.
I don't see a lot, I guess. Let me look down here. See, I mowed the yard Saturday, I think I did. I think it was Saturday. I didn't do it Friday. Let me look down here, see if you can see any kind of changing in trees, or changing. Yeah, you can see a few of them that's changed a little bit. I can see on the backside, but see, you look at that and you think, was that heat or is that, actual changing of, leaves, for autumn or whatever. You don't really see a lot of them. I remember driving down 68, going from Madisonville to Sweetwater and seeing a lot of them changing. But I used to live down that way. But anyway, so yeah, next week, or this, actually, not this coming up weekend, we possibly could have something. So, like I said, I'll do a screen recording of it and see that if we get anything. So, bet you Bo's little butt run back inside. Nope, he didn't. I'm proud of you, Bo. You didn't try to find your way in, even though the boy went in. I figured I'd mow the yard for, what do you call it? For putting the decorations up. And then I'll probably have to mow, well, it all depends on next weekend. Temperatures are supposed to drop next weekend. By the climatological models, it's showing 30s. So we could have a possible freeze. Not a hard freeze, but a little bit of a freeze. So if we do that, then that might stunt a little bit more of the grass. The grass is slowing down and growing. It's not as thick as it is in the summer or the early spring. So I like to knock down some of them limbs. They're way up there, like that one there. But they're actually pretty solid as of right now. You can see that huge trunk up there. That would crush the fence. But some of them limbs would too, depending on. You can see like this tree here hasn't really started nothing yet. So you got that limb there. And then there was another one that's barely hanging there. You can see way up there. Just hanging there, waiting to fall. And I don't want to be up under it when it does. That's the reason I've kind of been leery about walking or riding the mower underneath that. Some say more than likely a couple more mowings and then we'll be done for the season. and then I'll have to figure out how to store that mower without tearing it up. But see, I used to use the mower during the winter for hauling bags of pellets, but now I just use the little wagon. It's Bojama. Get Bojama. Get alive. Two. Come here, bro. But anyways, so we'll have to see, you know, it's early signal. Not really talking about the severity of it yet. Nobody is, but I'm not gonna see if they are. You know, because last March the 15th one that I made a video about, that one there, the models got worse and worse, and I kept scrolling through X and Facebook to find out about how bad it's going to be, and I made myself more and more panicked, and I'm not going to do that this time. This time I'm going to only focus on the Storm Prediction Center and the National Weather Service. What are you doing over there, Wrinkles? Huh? But anyway, I figured I'd make a progression video talking about that next weekend. And again, let's see, I work Monday and Tuesday, and I'm off Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday, I'll put out more decorations, and I'll probably do another progression video. And of course, I'll keep an eye like on the wording of the Storm Prediction Center and the wording of the National Weather Service. And you know, we'll see what it says, and I'll probably make another video about that. And then when we start getting into closer range of the what do you call it, the storm, or the where you can get into the, what are you barking about? You barking at him? He's allowed to walk in his own driveway. But whenever I get into closer range of like exactly like day 2 or whatever, I'll make a screen recording of it. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, nothing really going on with the weather. Just starting to get into them setups, you know. Right? Delilah, ain't that right? Starting to get into them setups, you know, where you can get your second tornado season. So we'll have to see how it goes. Ain't that right? Wrinkles, 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 wrinkles. What was that? Did you hear that, Wrinkles? Wrinkles like, I'll get you. But we'll have to see what comes about it. And like I said, when we get in within range, you know, we start getting like a day. If we start getting a day 6, 4 through 8, I'll make a screen recording of that. And if we get into a range of day 3 or 2, we'll see where that goes. I'll make screen recordings of that too. Plus maybe a few more parameters showing, you know, something that I want to show, or even models, you know, I don't know. We'll have to see when it gets closer. Like I said, I only got to work 2 days, and then I'm off for, let's see. But anyway, I figured I'd make this progression video, just kind of showing our decorations, and also talking about that next weekend. So other than that, there's nothing going on in the weather. It's actually a beautiful Sunday afternoon. So out here with the dogs, hanging out. Well, I'll see you in the next video.